Hi everybody, it's Carla from Casey Creates. I just want to say hi to my new subscribers and hi to my old subscribers. Thanks everybody for watching. I'm gonna show you a journal that I've been working on and have finished. It's a junk journal, and I'm actually really proud of this one because I got really far on it. I started the cover and I ended up really not liking the cover. Now I kind of like it now. This is the back, and I just really, I keep going but you're just not thrilled with it. Well, this is one I printed a photo onto a really heavy canvas kind of paper, not paper, fabric, and this is the front. And at one point I had these, like, I don't know, rose embellishments in each corner. It was just way too balanced and way too something. I wasn't thrilled with it though, so I sewed it onto this kind of metallic cardstock, and even though I'll use it for another journal at some point, this ended up not being the journal cover, but this one is. So I thought I would just take you through my journal. Before I start though, I think I've done like 2 or 3 junk journals so far ever, and I always feel overwhelmed when I watch the videos because people do like 3 and 4 signatures. Excuse me, and I just can't do that many. It's a lot. I've also discovered that paper journals take longer than fabric journals, in my mind, in the way I create anyway. So this ended up being the journal cover that I liked the best, and this is the back, and I sewed it onto the same metallic cardstock, but I covered it with this really pretty embroidered organza, and it has leaves, and it's corded, and then I just put pieces of tatted lace. And so this is the back, and this is the front. And my camera app changed, and so I'm hoping this is in focus, but it has all different controls, and I'm a little concerned about the focus because it's letting me do it manually, but I'm not so sure. Let me try one more time. So I don't know if it's my eyes or the camera. It just doesn't seem to be focusing as clear as it used to. So I apologize, but I tied it closed with this lace, and you can see the cover a little better. I made a little flower with lace and one of my vintage rosettes, and then just put a piece of bling in the center. But I really love this corded organza fabric, and then I just put vintage fabric all around. And inside, this is the front cover, and I was able to put lots of tags and pockets and ephemera. And so this is the front inside cover, which has a nice little belly band there, and more of the corded chiffon organza fabric, and I tucked a little butterfly there, and then I put some lace down the seam, and this is just a tea-dyed pocket and a little tag on tea-dyed paper, and then some note paper that you can open and write on. So there's that one. It just tucks down in there. And then the next page, excuse me, is I had this pretty rose print. You'll see lots of rose print because I just love rose print everything. And some tea-dyed stationery. It's got lines for journaling, and then flips over, and there's another little tab and a little embroidered piece and some more lines, and then tea-dyed paper and some vintage floral fabric here that's ruffled on the side. And then the next page I just made excuse me, decorative. I'm so sorry. And then I cut out some more of that corded organza fabric, and this is just a chiffon scarf. And then the next one is there's a bunch of tags, but this one I just put some lace, sheer lace, and a little belly band there. And then I have some tags that I made. There's this rose print one with pink kind of parchment paper on the back, and tucks in there. And then I have, this is a pocket, so you can slip things in there. I don't know if this will fit in there or not. Let's see. Anyway, I just had a lot of fun with rose print everything. Rose print paper, fabric, embellishments. Oh, it does fit in there. That's nice. But this is a double little paper bag, and then I put tabs so that you can pull out the note paper, and then the note paper just opens up on each side, so you can write little notes or journal. And then it, oops, that's a piece of glue, and then it folds back shut, and you can tuck it down in here, I guess, if you want to, and then stick it back under the belly band like that. So I really like this one. And the next page is this one, and this is that Tim Holtz paper that sort of reminds me of vintage wallpaper. And I put a little dictionary page, paper. All of that was gifted to me from, sorry, why'd your name just leave me? Dee Dee Secrets. She's on the Facebook group that I'm in. And then I put some tags in that I just tied with some twine, and put them in this little music note paper pocket with a little ruching pink lace. And then this pocket is, always have a little pocket that I think is kind of an ode to fairy, and if it has sparkle, that's what determines whether it's an ode to fairy. So I put a little sparkle on there, and this was a sheer doily. And then I just have some tags, and this is some vintage wallpaper, and that goes in there. You can journal on here as well, and that one goes in there. Then this next page is from a recent napkin that I found at Tuesday morning, and I just decoupaged on parchment paper because I like the way that sounds. And you can journal on it nicely in between where it's plain here. I think it'd be kind of pretty to journal just in this space, especially if you have pretty handwriting. And this is a little belly band I made with some lace, and if you can see, there's some sheer ruffled lace on top. And then I just have, this is a tag I made for a different journal, but I tucked it in here. It's got tea-dyed paper on the back. And then there's this one with the same decoupage napkin and tea-dyed paper on the back of that one. And then, of course, this whole space here is tea-dyed paper that you can journal on. And then the next page is still the parchment paper. I just doubled it and sewed the two pages together so it'll be thicker. And then I made a little flap here that you can journal underneath with some lace. And then there's some just cut out ephemera. A little random butterfly. This one I really like too. It's just got some lace sewn on, and then these are little parchment ephemera that I ordered on Wish, and they're real transparent, and so they're nice and thin, so they laid nice and flat on the page. And then this is a pocket I made with just tea dyed the envelope and put some decoration on there, and then I just tucked some tea dyed 3x5 cards with lines on them so that you can journal on those. So they tuck in there nicely. And then there's this page with some vintage lace going across. And I like how simple this page is for journaling and tucking tags. And a little random piece there. This is another one of those rose print pockets I made, and I tucked some tags in there. And this one it was a bright yellow, and I covered it with some vintage scrapbook paper. I put some brown ribbon and more of the line tea dyed card to go in here for journaling. I'm not sure, but I think I might actually use this journal myself, but we'll see. And then that just tucks back down in there. And I really like this paper. It's kind of faded, and so you can journal here and it'll be nice and visible, but then it's got the more vivid roses around the edges. And then this is some of that burlap with lace trim on the edges. And then this is one that's sort of like a concertina, is that what you call it? This is some silk ribbon. It's got variegated colors, and it opens up so that you can journal on all 3 cards, 1, 2, 3. And then I have this washi tape that I attach them all with. So that's just plain tea dyed index cards with washi tape, and they tie together with the silk ribbon to keep them up. And then I have a little cute random butterfly there, but you can also journal all on the tea dyed paper here. And then this next one is sort of a collage. I put some lace and dictionary paper and flower embellishment, and then I made a pocket with a tea dyed index card and some lace and some more dictionary paper, and I just left this blank. Thought about putting a stamp there, but I think I didn't want it to get too busy. I love this card. It's a piece of that, oh no, this is a tea dyed index card, but then I have a little ephemera here and some more of the lace that's here, and it opens up so that it's got lines and you can journal, and it tucks down in the pocket. And then this is just another little card for journaling. I think I'll put a word stamp there in the middle, maybe grace or hope or something encouraging. So those tuck down in there. And this is also on that nice crinkly parchment paper. And then this is another one that's a pocket. This is handmade paper, and it's got like texture and fibers in it. It's kind of like rice paper. And then this is a piece of doily that's just a scrap, but I really like the variegated green, and it's more of that fairy type napkin decoupaged on. And then I decoupaged a flower. And then this is I'll show you how this is a pocket. And then this one I left kind of plain, but this is Yay, I tried it, the bobbin method that Ruby showed us how to do in a tutorial where you take embroidery floss and put it on your bobbin and sew. So I also learned how to make these corner pockets from watching G. Kerr. I love her videos and how she does her tags and embellishments. So I tried the corner pocket, and then I also glued on the corded embroidery on the corner there. So it's kind of simple but yet pretty. And then these fit down in the corner just like that. This is a postcard. But I also like the paper on the back. It's real soft and pretty. So lots of room for journaling there. And another one, the other side of the bobbin method thing, I left that one plain. You can put more of the corded embroidery there. And then this page just has a little strip of the wallpaper, Tim Holtz wallpaper paper, or vintage. That's what I'm trying to say, vintage wallpaper. This is just a little, actually it's sort of a booklet, so you can journal on that, and it tucks down in there. And then the next one is just plenty of room for journaling and some ruffled chiffon fabric. And then there's more of this faded kind of vintage rose paper. This embellishment was on one of the envelopes that Avril at Popsy's Ribbon and Lace gave me when she sent in her challenge, and or was it our swap? Either one. Anyway, I was just happy to use it. You know, you get these adorable embellishments that come with swaps and Happy Mail, and whenever I can use them, I'm really happy about that. So thank you for that, Avril. It's really pretty. And then I wanted a shabby chic page. It's kind of bright. But I just took a paper doily and a little bit of baby rose print paper and decoupaged it onto the page. And then this is a little booklet. Let's see if I can get it off. But you can journal here. And then this is just a detachable Prima flower on a clip with parchment paper, and you can journal on that. And it just clips to the page. Like that. Or did it go on? Oops. I didn't quite get it on there. There we go. So that sticks to that. And then the last page is just the back cover, and I didn't really stick any tags or anything in there. I have another little thing here. I made this tag with this gorgeous ribbon that a sweet friend of mine just gifted to me, but I felt like it was a little too bright. I mean, it's the back, so it really doesn't matter. I guess I could still tuck that in there. So I will for now. Anyway, so there's the back. And that is my paper, fabric, and lace journal. And I just really had fun making it, and I'm very happy with how it turned out. So I'll flip through each page again and just show you quickly. This is just decorative. And these are all the rose tags. More of a vintage page here, and vintage type tags, and then sort of my fairy type pages here, and then my parchment paper pages, and more slightly vintage looking pages with lined cards for journaling, and then this page, and the Constantina that folds out. I don't know, I just love this little booklet. I think it's because of that little piece of ephemera right there. almost to the end. So I hope you liked it, and you can tell me what you think. And now I feel like I've got a little more motivation to keep crafting. I'm working on a special journal for a swap that I'll do a VR for, or not VR, but project share later in the month. And I'm looking forward to doing more videos and crafting with you. If you're waiting for anything in the mail, please forgive me, but I've really dropped the ball. It's just been, I can't even tell you how busy the last few days have been, especially because I had a big art show to do last weekend, and that's all behind me. But now I feel like I'm like exhausted and unmotivated. But I do have I should reach them and show you the 2 swap packages there that I need. Not swap, they were the, what were they? They were the D-stash packages. So we did our giveaway it'll be 2 weeks on Friday, so I'm sort of late getting those in the mail, but they will be in the mail this week. So if you're waiting for your D-stash, it's on the way. And thank you for watching, and I'll be back again with another video soon. Have a wonderful day.